Hurricane Milton, there he is. It's now a Category 4 storm as it continues barreling toward Florida. It is expected to continue losing some of its strength throughout the day. We want you to check this out. Live pictures right now at the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. This is in St. Petersburg. You can barely see there. Of course, the fog and the mist are creating, of course, you don't want to be on this highway at this time as Milton approaches. And we know the surf is definitely rough right now. We want to welcome in Matt Standridge right now. And we've all been having our eye on Milton, and we want to know, the impacts, of course, to those in Florida. And of course, will it impact anything here?
Yeah, it's a great question. We don't have any concerns here in Indiana, so no concerns at all. However, we're getting to fall break time.
Yeah.
People are thinking about Florida. Maybe they're not even headed out for another couple weeks till you head to Florida.
Right.
But this storm is going to make a big impact. And of course, if you don't know someone in Florida, you probably know someone who does know someone in Florida that's going to be impacted by this storm. So real quick before we get to the wind speeds, it's now close enough to the coastline that we're picking up on radar. You can see the center of the storm, the eye, moving to the north and east. Once you get to land, we have had multiple tornadoes on the ground. Wherever you see a purple pop up, that's a confirmed tornado that is actively on the ground right now. The red boxes show you tornado warnings where there could be a tornado that touches down at any time. But heavy rain continues to push north, and the storm surge is also moving northbound too. Before we get to the actual wind speed, you got to see this. This is satellite imagery, high resolution data coming in. The eye wall has now collapsed, and it's filled in with clouds. That's a great sign. This storm is weakening as it gets some wind shear, some outside winds coming into the north side. That is weakening it actively, helping to reduce some of the winds. We're now down to 145 miles per hour. Still a monster storm. Coming up, we're going to have the wind and the storm surge impacts coming up.
Thank you, Matt. Well, Florida residents, as we've told you, they are bracing for Hurricane Milton as it is expected to make landfall late tonight or early tomorrow near Sarasota. And right now, Milton was downgraded to a Category 4 hurricane. But the National Hurricane Center says it will remain an extremely dangerous major hurricane when it makes landfall. Authorities in Florida are warning time is running out to get out of the storm's path.
And if you have not evacuated, bug out. If you don't take heed, you're on your own. You might as well take a Sharpie and write your name and social security number on your leg so that when we find you, we have a contact, because it is not going to be good for you.
Wow. And this afternoon, Orlando International Airport closed ahead of Milton. Several other airports already shut down operations. And there is still heavy traffic on the roads as people leave for higher ground. And as people evacuate Milton's path, many are stopping at shelters set up inland across Florida. As Rob Hackford shows us, those shelters, they're filling up fast.
Yeah, guys, this is the line of cars to get into the Taylor Ranch Elementary Shelter, one of 11 in Sarasota County. Now, this one is nearing capacity. We've been speaking with some folks who are being accepted still, others being told to seek shelter elsewhere. Again, there are 10 other shelters on top of this one in Sarasota County that are accepting folks. Again, we've had a line of people that have been coming in throughout the day, bringing their lives with them, or as much as they can carry with them from their homes, making that tough decision to take their pets, to take their family members with them, to make a temporary home for the next couple days. Again, Taylor Ranch, we heard from the principal just a bit ago, there are about 780 people here, several hundred pets staying here as well. So if you are coming here, they may ask you to head to another location, but it is better for you to go to a shelter, seek safety first, and then be advised by the professionals that are working here from the county as well as the school district. In Venice, Rob Hackford, 10 Tampa Bay.
Thank you, Rob. Well, Disney World is also closed today. That plan interrupting the vacation for one Indiana family, but they say safety comes first. Our Logan Gay spoke with them who are headed home.
Peyton Saunders and her husband spent more than a year planning this Disney trip for their 3 boys. It's the kids' first trip to Disney, and they wanted to give their 6-year-old son a birthday he would never forget.
We were having a great time. Everything was great. Honestly, the lines were super short, so it seemed like it was great.
She planned out everything perfectly, even down to their daily outfits. But what she didn't plan for was Hurricane Milton.
Everything was great up until about 5 o'clock today, where they decided to send out a message closing Magic Kingdom. And I was like, they never close Magic Kingdom. We're out of here.
That was enough for them to leave the park, but this was enough for them to leave the state.
The more information that came out talking about like being in the hallways and like what to do if we lose, electricity, or if like pulling out things I'd even think of, pulling out cash out of an ATM to make sure in case they don't have, ways to charge your credit card, like, because you won't have ways to buy things. And then obviously the gas scare.
Peyton says they packed up and left within an hour.
It was a split decision. I got the message and I said, let's pack up the car. I said, I'm going to the front desk. You go pack up the boys, get them in their pajamas, and let's get to the car.
While on the road, she can't but think about the people she left behind.
It's horrible. It's so sad just even being here right now. I feel bad for the people that have to stay and are working at Disney too. My heart goes out to them.
Although their trip was cut short, Peyton says she feels like they made the right decision.
And I said, guys, at the end of the day, all that matters is that we are safe and that nothing happens to them. Obviously, I cannot imagine what I would do if something happened, because I stayed.
Yeah, good for them for making it back home. That was our Logan Gay reporting there. Indiana Task Force 1 is on the move. The team is relocating from Georgia to North Carolina. And that's where they will wait outside the storm's target zone until they get a new assignment after Milton hits. They first left for Florida on September 24th, ready to help with search and rescue efforts connected to Hurricane Helene. Since then, nearly 100 members have completed more than 400 searches. It is unclear when they will return home to Indiana. And you can help those impacted by these storms. Just text the word Red Cross to the number you see on your screen to make a $10 donation. Now, that money allows the American Red Cross Indiana region to prepare for and respond to these disasters. Well, Greensburg police are investigating after a car crashed into a building, injuring at least 7 people in the downtown area. Now, the crash happened around 6:30 last night. Police say a gray Honda ran into the carriage on the Square Smokehouse. And 2 people were initially trapped under the car, but first responders were able to help. And right now, we know 2 of the 7 victims were airlifted in critical condition to a hospital in Cincinnati. 2 victims are stable, 3 others refused treatment. And we are reaching out to investigators for more information about this crash. Well, right now, we are waiting to see if charges will be filed against an Indiana couple accused of murdering 2 of their children. Stephen Val and Samantha Sabella are being held without bond in Jasper County. Investigators found bone fragments in the yard of a home where they used to live in Wheatfield. New court documents reveal how a night of drinking allegedly led Val to confess to murdering 2 of his children. The court documents detail a conversation police had with Val's friend where he allegedly admitted to killing 2 children. Investigators later said Val told them he dug up the children's bodies 3 to 5 years after they died and then burned their remains. IMPD says they are working to identify a person of interest linked to the shooting of a youth football coach after a game last weekend. Police say the person was caught on security video after an argument outside the stadium involving coaches and parents led to the shooting. IMPD is still asking for the public's help to solve this case. So if you have any information, you're encouraged to call Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS. This afternoon, the Center Township Constable position is vacant. This after Denise Hatch pleaded guilty to official misconduct and gun charges connected to multiple cases. As a result of that plea deal, Indiana law dictates that she be removed from office automatically. Now, this started in February when Hatch was charged with official misconduct after allegedly stealing broccoli from a grocery store while wearing her badge. That month, she was hit with additional charges, including attempted assisting a criminal and attempted resisting law enforcement. In May of 2024, she was arrested again for unlawful carrying of a handgun after bringing her gun while working security in her constable uniform. State Senator Aaron Freeman says while Hatch's behavior was unacceptable, she doesn't represent the constables serving throughout the area. He says their position is crucial to small claims courts.
The issue that we have is there's just so many cases in small claims court that, I mean, the Marion County Sheriff can't possibly handle that amount of cases right now. We'd have to have a lot more law enforcement officers in that office and a much bigger budget.
As for Hatch's lawyer, he says the plea deal was a great resolution and that it allows her to move on with her life.